This is going to be a rather long intro, but I would not recommend skipping it, although I don't have power over your choice to. In this video, I will be taking an idea from a TF2 YouTuber I enjoy, Great Blue. He made a video talking about what weapons he would keep and which ones to delete, and I wanted to, I guess, copy the idea but into a different game I know, Genshin Impact, which has a lot of characters, and today, me and my friend Ryoko will be discussing the idea of if we had to delete mostly half of the characters. I have to say mostly because it's not 100% half. Who are we keeping and who are we deleting? I'm somewhat new at the YouTube thing, so apologies in advance if my video could have been better quality. I've kept the footage mostly intact, making some cuts where we say nothing. I hope you guys don't mind. And also, I'm off script. I'm really new at this, so hopefully you guys don't mind if this is going to be a less edited video. Hopefully, I will get more used to creating stuff like this, as I do want to do more things like this in the future. I will also give permission to anyone who wants to react, as considering how somewhat small the YouTube scene is in Genshin Impact, there's probably a non-zero chance someone will react. So if you do, please give credit to the original guy who made this, Great Blue, as his video is great and much better than mine. One thing I will note is that there's going to be a lot of comments if I say this. This is not something that I think should happen in Genshin Impact. This is kind of the hypothetical situation of if we had to delete half, who are we keeping? Who are we deleting? This is not something that I don't think Hoyoverse should do or will do. If you disagree, please comment who you would keep or delete from the game. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Matt Dash. I've joined in 5.2. I'm enjoying the game, and I wanted to do this technical video of this hypothetical situation where we have to delete half or mostly half the characters in Genshin. And I have my friend here, Ryoko.
Hello.
Before we start, I'm gonna put this in the intro because I'm gonna edit it in, but I want to clarify
Yeah,
this is not my opinion or something we should do. This is kind of just a thought experiment because I know there's gonna be comments saying, I can't believe these two guys want to delete half the characters.
there will be like some people are like, how
There,
could you, or something like that.
there will definitely be people, and because
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Genshin YouTube isn't as big, so there's gonna be a lot of people who find this video for the first time, and they're gonna say,
maybe. Yeah,
yeah. So
there is a good chance.
if you comment that, I'm not gonna respond because I talked about it like several times.
Yes, we only focus on positivity, guys.
Uh,
So you're gonna hate on my comment section? Yes, go ahead. We're gonna
yeah,
ignore it. Okay,
uh,
so we're starting with 5 stars.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
Before we start, I think both of us agree that I think if there's characters we should keep, all of the Archons should say.
Yeah, I think yeah,
I think all
yeah,
of them are iconic enough that
yes, I think.
and interesting enough. Like all of them do interesting things that there'll be a lot of
They
people.
are unique in their own way, yeah. So like that is true.
I also didn't actually I didn't count them in like the half because I did the math. It's like 26 characters, but it's like 27
Oh,
now because it's with Escoffier. But I didn't count the Archons because it would be 26, but we would have to lose 6 slots for them. So instead, I
uh,
just counted them out. So it would be 23. So we saved 3 slots. Well, 4 now because I procrastinated, and now Escoffier is out.
got it. Yeah, got it, got it.
And I've been replaying this in my head for many times. Can we agree to delete Chi Chi? There's no reason for her to exist.
Like in meta wise, and as a meta character, I think yeah, there's like no benefits of her having her in a team or like any kind of team because like many other characters, even some 4 star, are actually better than her at this point.
Mika does her
But
job now.
yeah, Mika does her job. Yeah,
I'll be honest.
and
If Chi-Chi was a Catalyst character, I don't think she'd be as like terrible.
yeah, that is true. Because like as even as a healer, she does a kind of good job. But as we can already see, like as a healer, we have like many 4-star, which is like really good compared to her. So yeah, I don't mind like deleting Chi Chi.
Yeah.
Personally, I do like her story. Her story is like background story is like really sad. But yeah, as a meta character, nah, she's not worth it.
Yeah. Oh, I should explain what the tiers to. So we have keep, which we have to keep at the end a maximum of 24 characters.
Uh-huh,
Keep,
got it.
but standard banner, like this is where the standard banner characters would go, or if we're gonna put a character on the standard.
Yeah, we're gonna if you're gonna have him, yeah, got it.
And then keep but rework, so we can decide to keep them, and if their concept is interesting enough, we can like rework them, like buff them, in order to like
Uh-huh.
keep them if we think they're
Yeah, got it.
interesting. But the definition of rework is like we have to keep aspects of them. Like
It's
we can't just
it's
make them a new
kinda
element,
yeah,
and then we have to
got it,
keep
got it.
but put in standard manner. And delete is self-explanatory. And unsure is like we don't know where to keep or delete, but we'll have to see how many characters we can have left. But don't get
Got it.
attached if we put characters here, because it's very likely we're not going to have enough. Because 24 is not a lot when we have 53.
Yeah, got it.
And I was generous, by the way, with the count, because it would be 23, but I added an extra one for Escoffier.
Oh, I see.
Um, we're keeping Jean. I don't think there's a problem with that.
As a standard banner character,
She is an
what
ancient
wait,
character in the
who we have? Who do we have in standard banner? We have Mona, Dilu,
catching
Chising, uh,
Tainari.
what's the name? Tainari, yeah,
Yeah,
there,
and Mizuki.
and Yume Mizuki. Okay. Jean, right? I'm not sure.
Really? I thought this was an easy keep. Because, like, she's an ancient character in the update history. And she's still, like, really good.
She is still really good, but like when it comes to like as a healer, I would say I can see your point. But as a damage dealer or something like that, I would say like Yuma Mizuki is actually like beating Jean, right?
Uh, maybe, but
Like what's your point like here as a healer or as a damage dealer?
oh no, it's like support in general. Like I feel like
Support in general.
yeah, because we got to keep some supports in the game.
So
Yeah, Jean.
okay, you know what? Like let's put it for unsure. Maybe
Really?
let's talk. Yeah. Let's try to talk about her later once we talk about Yuma Mizuki.
Ah,
Because
well,
I want to see your points, your view on Yuma Mizuki, and then I will
do you
decide.
want to do it now? Because I'll
Yeah,
be
sure,
honest.
sure. Yeah, sure, sure. What do you think about Yuma Mizuki then?
I think we should delete her. I was offering. Okay, listen.
Uh-huh.
Before Ifa, I was like, okay, the only person Mizuki has to like deal with is Chaska. And I'll be honest, I'm a Natland enjoyer, but if we delete Chaska, I don't think people would mind because she's a very boring character to play. And I think Mizuki should be what Chaska was. But now that
Hmm.
we have Ifa, Mizuki got power crept by a 4-star. I'm sorry. There's no point in keeping her.
Okay.
We could put her
I
in unsure, but like we have Isfa and Chaska now. I don't think there's an
hmm.
argument.
Yeah, I see your point there.
Right?
Like basically, Casca is like Aoife is like well, a 4-star version of Casca at this point. Yeah,
I would just say
but like
delete.
a yeah, I would say like yeah, maybe you're right. I would say delete as well.
I was only thinking like rework, but now like with Aoife just does more
True.
things, but better. But if we're gonna delete Mizuki, I think we can keep Jean. Or you still not like Jean?
No, it's not like I don't like Shane. It's just that, like, as a support character, as an off-field support character, she's still like a really good character. And I think your point was as a support character, even Mizuki had to be on field, which is a kind of like a nuisance. And plus, you cannot use your normal attacks when you're using her skill, I think.
No, it's like automatic.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I think you can delete Yuma Mizuki.
I'd be honest, like, and I don't
I
want to
think you can
be.
keep the gene. Yeah,
Oh, oh, this is okay. You just want to talk about Kaching?
delete.
What? Why? Okay, I want to hear this argument.
So like, if I want to delete her, what's your reason to save her?
Okay, well, if we're gonna compare by other Electro DPSs, we have Veresa, and we also have
Uh huh.
Sino, and then we have
Sino, yeah.
Chlorinde, and both of these
Uh huh.
characters compete with each other. And Chlorinde does.
Compete with each other, but like the if you think about it, if you see the talents of chlorine, and if you see the talents of cheesing, like, I don't know. I would say Kaching then. Never mind. Kaching is actually hard to build if you think about it. And if you even if you give her like a lot of 5-star weapon, a really amazing 5-star weapon, and even if you give like a lot of good stats, like let's say 80 crit rate and 250 crit damage or something like that, attack, a lot of attack, she still is gonna do less damage than chlorine because
Ooh,
the normal attack what do you call it? The normal attack percentage, like the damage percentage, compared to fetching and talent normal attack percentage, it's actually lower.
right.
So like even if you build catching like really good, and if you build your chlorine like even decently, like maybe like 80 crit rate and 180 crit damage, she's still gonna do more damage than catching.
Wow. Okay, but here's my argument. This is gonna
Mm-hmm.
sound janky, but I think Kenching is a very iconic character. And
She is.
I would say this, if I think people would be more upset if we deleted Kaching than if we deleted Chlorinde. And I love Chlorinde. I pulled her. I think she's fun. But I would actually like replace her with Kaching because I think Kaching is a lot more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to keep her, would you agree to delete Chlorine and the condition we can like rework her to be better, like just buff her?
If you really have to be honest, I see the point. Like, she actually reminds me of this one character from Devil May Cry, and she is like really cool. Yeah, I can see the point why people like Kachin, and plus they also like her behavior, like her Shundra behavior. She's like kind of shy, and like she's like super serious towards the work, which makes her cute. Yeah, that's why people. Like, she still has like a really big fan base, of course.
Right.
And I would not say that that's the enough reason to delete chlorine as well from the game. So I would say like we can keep both, but I would
Ooh.
still say chlorine Kaching needs some rework. Yes.
Yeah. Not even a big one, just like better numbers, really.
Yeah.
I'll put
Yeah.
Chlorinde in unsure, but don't get attached. It's gonna be likely
Yeah. It's okay. No worries. No
we're gonna
worries.
delete her. Um, what do you think about Mona? Because I'm thinking we can keep her as like the 5-star Hydra character in the standard banner. I think she does enough interesting things to be in the game.
Hmm. So if I'm not wrong, she's like isn't she's like from the standard a buffer character?
Yes, her
her
burst
her
does that.
ultimate her ultimate like both like your on-field catcher like a lot,
Yeah, it's really
which
good.
is like kind of yeah, which is like similar to Farina. So like if you don't have Frida, you can actually use as a replacement for Mona.
Well, her burst is
Hmm.
like it deals. She's a nuker character, like buffing
Yeah,
that
she's like a
because
yeah.
it's only by one attack, but that's still really good. And it also
Yeah.
stuns enemies as well.
Hmm.
I know some people don't like her run because of I guess it can be janky, but I would say her skill is really good. Just taunting in general.
The Hydra application, yeah.
Well, also just distracting enemies is such a good utility. People like really underestimate it. Just for
But
grouping in
it,
general.
yeah, that is true. That is true.
I don't even think we have to rework Mona. I think she's strong as it is.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes.
I think we can keep. Um, D-Luke. Okay, this is a hard one. Because I like D-Luke. He was actually my first 5-star. And I got him on the beginner wish. I was really lucky.
Okay, I will be like brutally honest here. Okay, as a D-Look, yes. When the Genshin was actually launched, people were crazy for D-Look, and like, so I had D-Look, right? There's like this story. I had D-Look, and people were actually ready to pay me. Like, you know what? They said like, do you know what? I will pay you $200. Give me your account, and I'm like, no. No, the craze about D-Look was crazy. Like they were literally falling for that guy. And plus his skin, his new skin, the five
Oh,
star skin.
yeah.
It's really based skin. It's really good. And plus it has like its own chain sound effect, which makes it more cooler.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
thing is, I love D-Luke. But, would you
but
rather
I will
keep
delete.
him?
No, I will
Would you rather
delete.
keep Hu Tao? That's the problem. Because we have a lot of Pyro 5-stars. Well,
Okay, you know what?
DP.
Since we are at it, why not we bring Arlecchino and Malvika as well out there?
Oh, well, Mavuika we're gonna keep. Because she doesn't affect the count.
Oh yeah, I like Arlecchino. So we can agree at this point, like when Dilu came out, people actually going crazy for him. After that, Hu Tao came out, and everyone forgot about Dilu. Like mostly people forgot about Dilu
And
because
then,
she became the first, like another new trending five-star character, and then she got deleted by Arlecchino. I'm not gonna lie, I feel so bad because of this. I was once a Diluc main. Then I was like using Huto as well, and I was like, I'm really a big fan of Huto behavior, her personality. She's really chill. And she's like a person you can really enjoy your day with. Yeah. But then yeah, continue.
I was gonna say, like, if we were to keep Diluc, how would you rework him? Because the only thing I can think of is to make, like, Diluc into Hu Tao. And in that case, just keep Hu Tao.
If I really need to say anything, I would say like if they make Diluc burst like would work as same as Huta E skill. Like when if they
Yeah.
infuse the weapon with pyro.
That should be a thing. I'm surprised that's not
Yeah.
a thing.
Actually that is the thing, but if you use your ultimate, it's gonna infuse your weapon with your pyro, like a pyro element. But the thing is, the damage increment is not that much. That is the thing that I can decide to delete the character. But if they actually rework on that shit, like if they actually increase the damage after the ultimate and infuse the weapon with the pyro element, I would say yeah, he can be like still a good DPS.
Yeah. You could also play Plunge with him, but you could do the same thing with Hu Tao, but better.
Yeah, that is the thing. Because like if you see the damage percentage of Hu Tao talents, it's like a lot higher than Diluc.
Yeah, sorry, D-Luke. We can't make an argument. There's gonna be so many comments, by the way. Or maybe,
Yeah, see.
depending on like how many people watch it, but there's gonna be at least one like, I can't believe you guys want to delete D-Luke. Like, what can we do to keep him?
Like yes, give us a single reason why we should keep him, because like even if we put him in the rework, he needs like a lot of rework,
You just
and we
want a new
cannot like
character.
actually go for everything. Yeah,
And I think, I'll be honest, I think like Hu Tao is just so iconic in the game. I,
Yes,
also, well,
yes,
since we're deleting Diluc from the standard banner, we can put Hu Tao there then, and I don't think people
yeah,
would complain.
yeah. I think that's fine.
Do you want to talk about Arlecchino now, or
Um, I mean, people will ask the reason why you're keeping Hutao in the standard banner and Arlecchino in the top one. Then yeah, maybe we should target right now.
I'll be honest, I think Arlecchino's a keep, even though like many people are gonna ask why are you keeping her since she does the same thing as Hu Tao but better. But I think Arlecchino is different enough that I
You
think
know,
it'd be interesting to keep her.
do you want to make a bet?
On what?
Like, even if we keep the Arlecchino on keep, no one is gonna say anything to that. Actually, I'm pretty confident that no one can actually say anything about Arlecchino. That if we put the Arlecchino in the keep section, no one is gonna say anything on that. Everyone will agree.
Yeah. I guess we could just put her there though.
Okay.
Unless you have an
It's like
argument.
no, actually, I don't have argument. I don't see a reason why people would actually argue with that. Because like in every single way, if people really have to take an argument, they would say like, oh, you can actually put like her ultimate. Her ultimate is pretty much useless. I was like, no, it's not freaking useless. First of all, it gives a lot of big damage. And if you don't really know, if you're not giving a big damage, it's literally means that you don't know how to use the ultimate. So like when you have the red bar, like on the health bar, you see
Yeah.
the what do you call it?
The bond of
I
life.
forgot what you. Yeah, bond of life. Yes. If it's fully red and if you use your ultimate, you will see the damage difference.
Yeah. I know that because Chlorine has the same ability.
There was like this one friend of mine. He was like making this argument, and I was like, wait. So you're saying her ultimate does no damage? And he was like, yeah, it does. She doesn't. And I'm like, first show me how she does. And he was literally not using Bond of Life. He just like goes to the boss and just use the ultimate. I was like, that's not how it works. Please, God damn it, that's not how it works, dude.
The only argument I can see is like people comparing her to Mavuika. And there's this whole argument online when Mavuika came out, like who's better, Arlecchino or Mavuika? But I think both of them are different enough to compare them.
Yeah, I would say if you talk about DPS, which is like damage per second, I would say Arlecchino is kind of like a DPS. On the other hand, if we talk about Mavica, her E skill also does like her skill actually does like a lot of damage. Not compared to like not really great compared to Arlecchino. She's more like like the burst damage dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing
So
is,
she's
like,
not. Yeah.
oh, sorry, we keep interrupting
Yeah.
each other.
Sorry.
But like
Yeah. No.
Arlecchino, I feel like Arlecchino is built more for hyper carry teams, and
Uh
Mavuika's
huh.
better for like, I guess teams in general, which is why I think they're
Yeah.
different enough that we can keep both,
Yes.
and people wouldn't complain.
Yeah. To be honest, like Arlecchino is like main DPS who only deal damage when she's on the field. On the other hand, Malvika is like a catcher who also can be like off-field damage dealer of her
Yeah,
skill.
it's great. You
Yeah, so
can,
like they're different. Yeah.
and she's actually really good for Burgeon, which is really nice.
Yeah, yes, yes. Yeah. So like if you don't have like Shangling C4 or C6, you can actually use Malika instead.
I do that. It's pretty good. People really
Yeah.
don't talk about it enough. It does like, I'm pretty sure I've seen it do 10k, and I didn't do anything other than press the E skill. It's so
Yeah.
good.
The thing is, it's like same as you can use Raiden Shogun as a hyper bloom, but it's just that like as a pride, like as Raiden pride, we cannot use Raiden Shogun as a hyper bloom, right? Because she's meant to be like a big damage dealer.
I
That's why people.
actually disagree because she's really good for Hyper Bloom, because how
Yeah, she
fast it
is
is.
good. Yeah, she is good. She is good. But it's just that people actually got to the point where they want to see the big big numbers of the damage. That's why they don't want to use the. It's like kind of like it's kind of like ego thingy. Like my Raiden will never will be used as a hyperloom electricat. She
Right.
is good though. She is good with hyperbloom, and same with Mavika. She is good with Borsian. Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of Dendro, I think we should keep Tainari.
Hmm. How many DPS catches do we have?
Only three, which is
We have.
Tainari, Alhaitham, and Kanich.
Oh, I forgot Konichiya.
I think
Uh,
I would argue to
I
keep
think
all of them, but I think one of them needs to go.
one of them needs to go. Yeah.
The thing is, all of them are really interesting, and I think Tainari's a great introduction to Dendro.
The main thing is that they're all different in their own way.
That's what makes it so hard.
Yeah, that's what this makes it so hard. And I think Tainari is a keep. Yes.
We
Because
don't even
even as a standard banner catcher, he is a really good DPS.
we don't even have to change him. Like, what would you change? He's already so strong.
Yeah, he is strong.
I
And
th-
plus, like, it's a standard banner catcher. If you got, like, even some of the few constellation, he can be your best standard DPS.
and also he's also I think he's the strongest. No, I think Lenny beats him, but he's the strongest bow
Bow catcher?
DPS. Well, not bow
Hmm.
character, that goes to Yilon, but DPS, I would say.
Bow DPS.
I think Lenny beats him by a little bit, but I think he's like second place.
Yeah, I would say, like, both are kind of, like, on the same page. But Lene might win over, yeah, Tainari.
Yeah. Um, Alhaitham Kanich. This is really hard.
Okay, this is tough.
I would make an argument for both. Like, Alhaitham, like, is a Hyper Bloom character, but you can use him for Burgeon. And
Uh-huh.
I think there's an easy rework we can do with Kanich, where you know how he has that meter that charges with Burgeon and Burning Ring?
Yeah,
You could just do
yes.
the same thing with Spread and Hyper Bloom when it gets triggered,
Uh,
and it would charge his meter as
yeah.
well. Oh, they're both really interesting.
I would say I'm not sure. Like, I don't see any kind of like rework in Alphatum. I would say like I do see some of the rework that can be done to Kinage mechanics.
Yeah.
Like when we use the skill, and he attach himself to the enemies and just roll around, like rotate around the enemy.
Oh,
But like you can only use the burst, like the big charge damage when you are into that particular
oh,
radius. You know that?
yeah.
If they try to increase it, like the area, it might work really well.
Hmm. Only
And plus,
issue
sometime
I
I don't know if
see.
it's my skill issue or something like that, but whenever I try to use his skill, I go opposite of the of the main area, like where I need to reach, and it's like so frustrating. It's like, wait, is it my skill issue? I don't know. My
I think it's a
God.
Genshin thing because like I see some Xiao mains that when they use their like skill, they like go in the opposite direction of their camera.
Oh yeah, I also heard that shit.
I don't know why, but I think it's because like when Genshin like does the targeting system, like there's like a priority of like where you're gonna target, and I think like camera angle, enemy distance, and like where you're moving is like a factor. And I think the biggest factor, if you're just neutral, it's gonna be enemies. If there's no enemies nearby, it's gonna be camera facing.
Hmm, maybe, yeah. You know
Uh,
the biggest stupid fact about Genshin Impact?
oh,
I was trying to do like a big burst damage on this in this NPC, like those electro girl fatigue girls
oh yeah,
who has like a lamp, and then they can summon their small bats.
yeah.
I was trying So at that one time, not only one time, it happened like a lot of time. I tried to use burst like Malika burst on them, and it actually crit on every single bat and did not crit on the freaking main character, the main NPC. I'm like, bullshit, bro. I hit 4 characters. I hit 3 bats and I hit 1 main character. And it did not crit on the freaking main character. What the hell? You what? Okay, I did like 1 million damage on the freaking bats, and it did like 300k on the freaking main cast. I was slapping my head at that time. I was like, what the hell,
Oh my
dude?
god. Yeah. Do we just put these two in unsure and come back? See how many we have left?
From my side, I would say we can keep Al Haytham, and we
That's
can
what I was
put
thinking.
the Kinich in the rework.
Yeah, that's a good
If you
idea.
have problem with that, you can do that.
My only problem is how many characters we'll have left by the end.
Okay, you know what? Let's put Kinich in the unsure.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. We're deleting Dea. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. I would make an argument because we do not have enough Pyro support characters. And if we reworked Dea, but it's just the same thing. I'm just asking for a new character because you'd have to rework everything.
Yeah, we have to rework every single talent of her. I think the only useful talent I see on her is that she can tank your catcher, your on-field catcher, so they don't get interrupted pretty quickly or pretty easily. But it's just that if Dea actually gives you like a shit, I was actually expecting if she tanks her on-field catcher, but on additional, if she could have like provide a shield, that would be like a really convenient thing.
Yeah. If
That would be
only
like a really
there
convenient.
was a ability characters had to give interruption resistance.
Yeah. It's really weird. I'm not sure how many people actually use Dea. As a design, Dea is one of the top character I love.
Oh,
Yes.
for sure. She's so well
Yes.
designed.
It's just that in meta, they actually made her like so ass.
Not even in meta, just
Um,
ass in general. She's like the jacket
yeah.
of all trades, master of none.
Yes.
And that's such a bad design for a game like Genshin.
Oh my god.
It's so bad.
I feel so bad for Dea, I'm not gonna lie.
I know, but what would you rework? Everything sucks.
We need to rework everything, yeah. It's like you're literally asking like the character with like a new character, yes.
It's like she's not a DPS because her skill isn't a DPS skill, but she's not a sub DPS because her pyro application is very slow, and she uses a
Yeah.
great sword. Okay, so she's a support, but her support is useless, and it damages
Yes.
herself.
Yes.
The only good thing about her is that healing effect when you get under like a certain amount of HP. I've seen so
Yeah.
many
So
people.
she cannot die.
I've seen so many people just tank bosses while they were standing still. It's so funny.
That is true. I have seen like one streamer who actually left her in the what do you call that ice area? I forgot the name of that ice area.
Dragon Spine.
Dragon Spine, yeah. And like literally people if they go AFK in that area, the character
They
just
can't
dies, right?
die.
They cannot die there. I'm like, wow, that's a really great, good skill, I guess. But is it going to be useful somewhere else? No.
No.
Oh man.
Klee.
Hmm. So here's the thing. What does Klee do?
She's a what is it called?
Off-field pyro player?
No, she's a catalyst DPS.
Yeah. Oh,
Hi.
she's a DPS.
Yeah. Okay, wait
Oh.
though. I know people want to delete her, but we only have 2 pyro catalysts. And if you told me about a pyro catalyst DPS, that would be so cool.
Hmm.
And I feel like Klee is just iconic enough that if we were to buff her, that would be like people would be happy about that.
That is true.
Well, the only character she's competing against is Yanfei. the 4-star.
like which is a 4-star character. Yeah.
I don't know which one we
Um,
should.
the thing is, not only Clay actually provide a on-field DPS, like on-field damage dealer. She's an on-field damage dealer. Plus, I think she also gave like off-field
I think
damage, right?
so.
Yeah, like when you use her ultimate, she gives like off-field damage. So if you want to swap the character and you want to use something else, she still gives her damage,
Hmm. I would
which is
say keep but rework.
keep her rework.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
And people are gonna be so mad. Like, you kept Klee over Diluc? I can't believe this.
Um, let's just say it is what it is.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Albedo. There's only one character
Hmm.
he competes with because he's a Geo sub DPS, and that's Chiori.
Sure.
And Chiori is better in every way, but Albedo is like, I would say he's not only iconic, but he's so interesting as like a character that if we were to keep him and buff him, I'm pretty sure people would be very happy about that over keeping Chiori.
Hmm.
Because I love Chiori. I'm so sad I can't pull her because I'm saving for Skirk, but I would be. I would. If I had to switch it with Albedo, I wouldn't be as upset.
If you compare like Chiori with Albedo, I think I will also side with Albedo.
Yeah. And we don't even need to do like a strong rework. Just buff his numbers like moderately, and he's
Yeah,
good.
just like his like E skill one. Yeah.
And people are gonna be sad we're gonna delete Chiori, but I think that if we had to keep one of them, I think Albedo is more interesting.
That's true.
Eula.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is like a character, like the only character that can give like the highest physical damage.
If only physical damage was good.
Yes. Yes. You're right.
I
If only the physical damage was good.
I would argue to delete her and then like we can keep Fremine.
Hmm. I'm not sure. Like, I would not say we should actually delete her because she is like the only physical character in the game.
Ah. Oh, I think you're right.
So we can actually like delete is out of option. We cannot actually because like if we delete her, oh wait, do we have any other physical character?
Fremine is a physical, but he's a 4-star.
Feminine is a 4-star, right? We're talking about like in 5-star.
I don't think there is.
No, there isn't. I don't know why. I think that they should actually put Eula in the standard banner.
You're right. Should we do that?
We can actually do that, yeah.
I think I don't even think we need to rework her.
No, shit, nah. Because like as for a standard character, I think that's is the most you can expect.
Ganyu. I would say she's interesting enough as a bow DPS to keep.
She's
Okay.
the only cryo bow DPS, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
And technically
Which makes
support. Because her
technically
burst.
support her ultimate and the flower, yeah. Hmm. I mean, her burst actually does like pretty good damage. I would say, yeah, we should keep her. We should
Yeah.
keep her.
Okay. Zhao. The only character
Okay.
he's gonna compete with is Veresa.
Oh my god. The most interesting fact, not only not even Versa, I think people are gonna compare it with Wanderer as well because they are both main Animo DPS.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I would say in compared to Versa, Xiao is like a support. Like he can also do like elemental reaction as well with because he's an animal. So hmm, I guess I would side with Versa.
Okay, wait. This is gonna be a really hard argument, but I think
Mhm.
Zhao is like also an iconic character. I know
Yeah.
Veresa is like 10 times better than Zhao at this point, because it's basically just 5-star gaming.
Hmm.
But if we were to rework Zhao to just be Veresa, like what you could do, right, is that his E skill, like
If Xiao has like the same thing as Versa, that if you do your two E skill, you got your a big jump like a plunge, and you can use the plunge attack. That would be really cool. It's just
that's what I
that
was thinking.
uh, if it's just that Xiao energy recharge is like it costs too much.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's why I want to delete. If Xiao energy cost was around like 50 or 60, I would say Xiao is still one of the best DPS. But it's just that it's so hard to get his ultimate. Is that it's not convenient. It's not like you're gonna have like all the ultimates for the other characters, but the only thing you don't have is like Xiao ultimate. And the thing is, you only get like two E skill. Like for the E skill, you only have 2 point. You can do two dash, and if you have a C1, you can do three dash, which is like I think good enough to get your ultimate back. But if you're C0, no, it's not gonna work for you. No,
And
you need to wait for your another skill point.
who's gonna get constellations on Zhao?
No, no, no. It's a straight no.
I think you've convinced me. I really wanted to keep Xiao because I know there's gonna be people in the comments and
uh, you
Xylons
know,
as
You know
well.
what? You can actually mute me there because like there are many of my whenever I stream, and if I say something bad about Xiao, people actually attacks me like crazy. Like if I did like a war crime or something. No, bro, I just said something bad about Xiao. You just need to face the facts, dude.
I know. It's gonna make me so sad, but I don't think there's an argument because you made me remember
Yeah,
about the energy recharge, which is
energy
so bad.
charge.
I think we have
Like
to
if you
keep it.
want to, you can do the rework thingy, but I still think that Versa is better in many ways now.
And if we did keep Zhao but rework, we would rework him into Veresa. And it's like the same
Yeah.
argument. Why would we keep Xiao at that point? Just keep Veresa.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be so sad, but I'm gonna wait for the comments.
Just face the fact, man. It's reality.
We deleted Dialuk and Zhao. We're gonna get killed.
Yes.
Death threats. Tartaglia. Hold on. I need to do something.
There are many Hydrocat DPS now.
They can all be deleted because of Nouvelette.
Yes, I was about to say that. I was about to say that. So, like, the only fact that so if you use Newlet
Uh huh.
and you're using Xingqiu
Mm-hmm.
or maybe any other character which only works when you do like a normal attack, like like Yalan or Xingqiu Ultimate, they only work when you do a normal attack, which is not compatible with Newlet because his water cannon actually count as charge attack, so you
Oh
cannot use
yeah.
them. Yeah, so like if you want to keep Newlet, yes, we can. Of course, he's a really good DPS, but we need to keep one catcher, one hydro catcher, which actually does good damage with normal attacks.
Okay. That's true.
So it's either gonna be Ayato or Child.
I think Child's more iconic.
Child is iconic, plus his ultimate does a really good damage.
He's
It's
just a
just that
hard.
the only
He's a hard
it's
character to
just
play.
Yes, that's what I was saying. The only drawback he has is that if you're gonna be using his skill, like his blade, dual blades,
Oh, I know what you're gonna
for
say.
longer duration, you cannot do like a proper rotation with the team, which
I
is gonna be pain in the butt.
I don't know why that's a thing. I'll be honest. I have no clue why that's a thing. That should be
I Oh my god, I was in an event and I saw like a 120 seconds cooldown on his tool blades. I was like, what?
I've seen 40-second cooldown.
Oh my god.
I wanna keep him, but rework him so it's like when you use the loaning skill, but you get out of it. No matter what, it's that 6-second cooldown. Just do
Yeah,
that with.
I think his only rework is that if they reduce the cooldown of that thing, yes, we can keep him.
He'd be an S tier character. He'd be an S. He'd be in like double
Yes,
S if you did that.
yes.
And we're gonna delete Ayato. I don't think there's much.
There's one friend of mine who's actually like
I know.
he's actually straight, but he's just like super in love with this guy, and he has like he showed me his wallpaper. He showed me like his room walls. He has like Ayato everywhere. I was like, okay, you're gay, dude. Shut up.
you know, Milla the slime. She's a huge Ayato fan, and she has a body pillow. So I know she's gonna be so upset when we say we should delete Ayato, but he doesn't do much. Like the only good use is like Hyper Bloom, but you can do that with Nouvelette as well.
Yeah.
There's not much.
Oh, Newlet is a key, by the way. Newlet is a key.
Is he?
I think he's a key. Yeah.
I okay. Here's the thing.
You have argument?
Okay, I think
Bring it
Nouvelette,
on.
as cool
Uh-huh.
as he is really
Uh-huh.
boring, and he makes the game really redundant.
Oh.
And I think
I mean, yeah, if you think of it that way, he only has like one move, which is a freaking cannon. That's it. Yes.
he's so cool, but I feel like he's ruined like all Hydro because of that. And I think
Mm,
Mulaney is more interesting as like a damage nuke than Nouvelette. We could keep
that is
both, but it's gonna be really hard to make an argument.
so it's like same as our Kino and Malika when we compared. So like Malika, no, sorry, Neuvillette is actually like if you count him as a DPS, yes, he's better than compared to Molani. But when we come to Molani, she is like not a DPS, but she's like a big damage dealer. Like we need to go on her fish, like with a skill, and we need to collide with the enemies like 3 times, and then we do the shot. But the main advantage do we have with Molana is that you not only you hit the one guy, you hit all the enemies which are around her, and they do the same damage. Like all the fishes do the same damage, which is a great fact about her.
I think we should
So
keep.
I think we should keep Molana, yes.
Yeah, I don't
But
know how many
at this
people.
at the same time, I think we should also keep Newlet.
I think you won me over, to be honest.
Because like I know I got your point is that he only has like one move, which is like his cannon, which is super boring, of course. But yes, it's fact that he's a really good DPS. And
Shenhe.
unlike Child, he doesn't have any kind of cooldown. Like you do E skill, you do burst, and you have like freaking 9 orbs in front of you. Use your Child tag like 3 times. Until then, you will get your E skill back.
What does his orbs do again? I can't remember. It heals
Okay,
you.
so like no, it does heals you. It's like a way to activate your artifact passive. So like his signature artifact is that when your HP decreases or increases, your crit rate is increased by 12%.
Oh
And this
my
can
god.
stack to 3 times, which is like 36% crit rate. So people, if they have like around 50% crit rate, they can easily crit every single time which is gonna because they're gonna get like 36% crit rate from the outfit set. So it's like if they have 50, they're gonna have like 86 crit rate, which is like more than enough, I think.
Yeah. You know,
And yeah.
no, keep going because I was gonna just say an anecdote.
Yeah, so like whenever he has like three orbs in front of him, he can use the instant charge tag. If you do like without any orb, if you do the charge tag, it's gonna take a while for him to charge the thing. You will see like a ring charging up, okay? But if you have like three orbs around him, like if you use like an E skill or maybe alt, it's gonna give him like three orbs, which he can instantly use it the all three orbs to do the charge tag without any kind of charging time. Like it's instant.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good character. I actually skipped his banner for Mavuika because I was new at the game and I didn't realize how
Mhm.
strong he was at the time. So I've kind of always regretted it.
It's actually like the thing is, people might think that what if we don't have any orb on the field? When is he useless that time? And I was like, I don't think there is gonna be any situation in the game where you're like out of orbs. So what happens is that when you use your E skill, it gives you three orbs. Okay.
Yeah.
If you use your ult, it gives you six orbs. Totally nine orbs. And if you use all of them, until then your E skill will be reset and you can still use your E skill again.
Yeah.
Which is, oh my god, it's so broken. I would say they should actually nerf him.
No, they tried that already, I'm pretty sure. And the
Oh,
community got so angry.
they yeah, if they did that, community will attack him like crazy,
And
and which they don't want.
I don't think Genshin is like at a good state to be like nerfing characters. I would say like if you want to, you should buff like existing characters instead. That would be much better. But I can
Maybe they should actually buff like older character instead.
like where we're doing right now.
Yes, like all the reworks you see, Albedo, this Tartaglia. Yes, if they actually rework them, yes, they are still like really good DPS.
Exactly. Shenhe.
Okay, this is controversial.
Are you gonna say delete?
She has good looks. I would say yes, delete.
I
The reason is that she actually provides buff to the cryo characters. Yes, that is good. But if the buff was actually not based on the number of attacks, but based on the duration, I would
oh
say she was like a S tier one. The thing is, when you use her E skill, right, it's gonna provide buff to the cryo characters, but only to the limited numbers of attack. Not like she will provide buff to the your cryo characters to like 10 seconds or 20 seconds. No, it's like number of attacks, which is really weird.
right.
If I had to use Shenhai in that way, I would rather use Kazuha.
And
So I
also
think yeah, she
as a
yeah.
cryo buffer as well, like I was gonna make kind of the argument to keep but rework. And I'm a Natlan lover. Started playing when Natlan was a big thing. I thought it was really fun. I wouldn't mind to delete Sitlali and keep Shenhe because I think Shenhe's like interesting enough. But now that we have Escoffier, I don't think there's any
Yeah.
point keeping her
Yes,
or
yes,
deleting.
you're absolutely right. I was about to make the argument about the Escoffier, but you said it.
Yeah.
If we had did this like before Escoffier, I would say yeah, we could have Creeper. But now that they got Escoffier, nah, there's like no point in that now.
There's no point. We're deleting Alloy. We'll get that out of the way right now.
Who is Aloy? Wait, what?
She's the most
I know,
expensive
I know.
character.
A 6-star character, yeah. What she does, she throws a freaking nade at enemies. What does it do? It gives like 500 damage.
I'm pretty sure we could delete her tomorrow, like right now in the real world. No one would cry about it.
No one.
No.
I actually never saw Aloy main. I swear to God.
Yeah. Yelan. This is interesting.
She's a keep. She's keep. Yeah, I do not accept any kind of argument on you. No. On Elan, no. She's a keep. Like, give me a reason why you should not keep her.
Sing Cho, maybe?
If you compare damage.
Oh, that's true. No, I
When
would
it
say
comes to like Shingqiu blade damage, like his ultimate blade damage, it might be, let's say it might be like around, if it go with the same stat, if of Yelan and Xingqiu, Xingqiu gives more. No, not Xingqiu. Sorry, Yelan gives more damage because of course she's a 5-star. But the duration of Yelan ultimate is actually longer than Xingqiu's.
Oh. Uh yeah, I don't I think we can keep her and
Wait a minute.
everyone
You know
will
what?
be.
You know what? Let me just open Genshin. I'm not sure, like if Yelan ultimate duration is actually longer than Xingqiu. Just let me check. Let me just double check it. Oh yeah, you're gonna put like some sort of like clips in the like in-game clips, right? When we talk about their passes.
I'll find like ways to like put in gameplay of those characters in order to like when we're talking about it.
Got it. Got it.
Because I don't know what to
Okay.
put in here because this is going to be like mostly interesting by us talking.
Yeah.
Are you still trying to?
Yeah, it's loading. Give me a minute.
You
I
got
do have Yelan in my alt account.
how
Okay, there
many
you go.
alt accounts do you have?
I only have one. Only
Oh,
one.
because I know some people play with like 3 or 4
Four
alts.
accounts?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen those people.
I only
Cut some
want.
grasses, guys.
I only want one because I feel like getting two would be excessive.
Okay, so I was wrong.
What is it?
So the
Only
duration, yeah, both are same. It's like 15 seconds for both.
yeah, but I'd feel like keep was fair enough.
Yelan is actually like a keep because like her ultimate is gives like much more damage compared to Xingqiu. Plus, um, her E skill actually gives a good damage, a good amount of damage, and you can actually use like the E skill as a string. So like you can, if they're like all the enemies are like far apart from each other, you can actually like grab them all and do the damage. If
Right.
you're really asking me, like if what's the bad thing about I see about Yelan is that same as Xiao, Yelan's ultimate ultimate recharge, like energy cost, is actually 70. So if people has like a problem with Yalan, it's only gonna be like her energy problem.
But
They
that's
might not get their ultimate ready by the rotation. Yeah,
but that's the downside of using Yolande because her burst lasts so long and is so good. So that should be the downside. That's the same reason Sing Cho. Because when I
yeah.
use him, like his energy to recharge is really long for me, just because
Oh yeah, that is also like 80.
I don't have the sack sword yet. So
Yeah. So
yeah, I
like
have
if you
to
don't have
wait.
a sack sword, you cannot use the freaking gacha. No. You
Uh,
cannot use Shingsho if you don't have a sacrificial sword. I can literally give you like a guarantee that you are using Shingsho without sacrificial sword and he's working really good. No, that's not possible.
can we rework him when we get to him? Just remove like half the time.
Only if they reduce the energy cost. Yes, he's a good catch.
Yeah. Baiju.
Why should?
I pulled him on Chronicle Wish.
And how do you feel about it?
I think he's a really fun support. his shield that regenerates and heals is so good,
Mhm.
which is one of the reasons why he's like an S tier character. He's not like meta defining, but he's so good, especially with like Nahida Baiju.
So main thing about this guy Baju is that when he has a 50k HP, if I'm not wrong, when he has 50k HP, he actually increased the hyperbloom reaction damage.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
I
know
can show
that.
you a challenge. There you go. So characters who are healed by Seamless Shield, which is like E skill, will gain the Ear of Verdant Favor effect. Each 1000 HP, max HP that Baiju possess that does not exceed 50,000, this is the limit, will increase the Burning, Bloom, Hyperbloom, Origin reaction damage dealt by these characters by 2%. So for 1000, it's going to be like increment by 2%. So it's if it's like 50,000, it's going to be 2 into 50, which is 100%.
Oh my god.
And will
That's
increase the damage bonus provided by aggravate and spread by 0.8%. So that's going to be 40%. Yes. If we use it with electro character, that's going to increase the damage by 40%. But if you're talking about like the version, hyperbloom, bloom, burning damage, it's going to be by 100%. You can see the talent now.
yeah.
I did study his talents, and I think people don't know how he works. That's why people think that they should actually delete Baiju. But if you think about it, if you think like in Hyperbloom or maybe Bloom version reaction team, he is a really good support.
Yeah.
And plus, as a Dendro player, he's a good character.
He's really good for Aggravate as well, because Aggravate doesn't
Yes,
need a lot of Dendro, and because he's a catalyst, he can apply it pretty easily. I use him with
yes.
Clorind, it's really good. I just need to finish building her.
If you anyhow give him like 50k HP, and that's gonna be enough to make like all the boss, like his whole potential came out.
Wow. I should do that.
Yeah, I have seen like many players actually giving me like 35k HP and 40 and 30k HP, and I was like, "Why is your HP so low?" And they were like, "Why? What do you mean? How am I gonna do damage if I give him like full HP?" And I'm like, "He's not a damage dealer. He's a support. What do you mean damage dealer?"
I really wanted to pull Raiden because of Hyper Bloom, but I need Nahida first, which is why I'm not going to. Because Nahida is like
Ah,
a requirement for like
yeah,
just because how much Dendro application you need.
yeah, yeah. Like,
But
I mean, even Nahida has like this kind of talent. I think everyone knows it, but still, I will go over it again. So, like, if you have around 1000 EM, if you see this talent, she can actually provide 0.03% crit rate to the Trikarma Purification, which is the E skill, and which is like if it's 1000, of course, if it's 1000, it's gonna be 800 into 0.03, which is 24%.
oh,
And it will actually provide you. This is the main part, actually. This is the main part. If you have like 1000 EM, it actually removes the first 200 EM, which is like 1000 minus 200. Remaining is 800. Will grant 0.1% bonus damage. Okay, for one EM. Okay, which is gonna be 0.1 into 800, 80%. A maximum of 80% damage bonus, which is a great deal here. 80% damage bonus is a big damage.
yes.
So this talent is really amazing.
Oh wow.
I have seen many players actually using Nahida as a that thing. What do you call it? Like kind of like a damage dealer as well. And
Well,
they give what they do is like it could give her 600 EM and then go for like a crit ratio. But they actually don't know that this talent can actually provide you crit rate as well.
Wow.
Like, use this passive, dude.
Wow.
People don't use this passive. Like, I have like this kind of ratio, right? It is pretty decent ratio. Pretty, like, crit damage is low, but my crit rate is 43, right? And I have 1000 EM, so I'm getting like 24% crit rate from here, which is gonna be 67 crit rate, which is I think more than enough to crit once in a while. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. So that's why Nahida is actually like a keep. And as an Archon, she deserves to be Archon, yes.
Yeah. But I think you've convinced me, right? To just we should keep Baishu.
Baishu? Yeah. I mean, we don't really have like any other good support for Bloom or Hyper Bloom reaction. So yes, he's the only character.
Yeah. Um, Xianyun, or Cloud Retainer.
Cloud Retainer.
She's an easy keep. She does so many interesting things. I think we can keep her.
She basically turns everyone into Xiao.
Yeah. That's why it's a keep.
And plus her ultimate is a healer.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, that's really good.
that is a keep. So she's a healer plus a Xiao converter.
Yeah.
So I think yeah, it's a keep.
Ayaka.
I think Ayaka is the best cryo DPS in the game till now.
Really?
Yes. Who do you think
Risley?
is in Rasley? No.
Really?
I don't know why I feel Rasley is like kind of like weird to use for me. And his ultimate is also like not if you compare it with Ayaka ultimate, he does the same damage, but the duration is so lower compared to like his ultimate is like instant. He just like his ultimate stays like for like 3 seconds, I think, 3 or 4 seconds, I don't know. Where on the other hand, Ayaka ultimate actually stays for like around 10 seconds, which is like crazy.
Oh right.
And it actually does like a pretty good damage.
Okay, here's the thing. I think Risley's more interesting as a freeze character because his charge attack can shatter enemies, and because he's a catalyst user, his freeze
Mhm.
application is so good as a DPS compared to Ayaka.
Okay, so if you didn't forget, if you actually Ayaka can actually be like a really good cryo player as well. Because like you don't need to use any kind of skill to infuse her weapon with cryo. What you need to do is just do a dash.
Oh,
And her yeah, if you didn't forgot that. So yeah, if you're comparing her as a catalyst character, yes, she can tackle that. She is the only character in the game which can actually deal like be as a really good cryo player even as a sword catcher because you do one dash and her sword is actually like infused with cryo.
I think I'm gonna die on this hill though. I would rather keep Risley than keep Ayaka. I think
Hmm.
Risley's just more interesting, especially because he has that ability to his skill like what does it do? It drains your HP, but you can kind of get it back. And that's a really
You
interesting mechanic.
yeah, it's like if you do a charge attack you can get it back, but if you use the E skill it will lower your HP. Yeah, so
So it's
it's like
actually
it's like
really good for Farina teams.
hmm. Yeah, it actually gives the buff to the whole team with the ultimate. Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I don't think Ayaka's that special in the game. The only like
Hmm.
notable thing is the meme where she's wearing socks in the river.
Oh.
The soggy
Oh my
socks.
god, the soggy socks. I still think that Ayaka is a key.
Really? You're not gonna move?
As I'm not moving actually. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's put it for unsure for now.
Oh, okay. But I would. Do you want to put Risley in unsure, or are you gonna stay on it?
Uh, I think I will put Risley for rework.
What would be his
Like
rework?
the only thing that would convince me to put Risley as a keep would be his ultimate. His
Oh,
ultimate is actually like so short. Plus, it doesn't give really good damage compared to Ayaka ultimate. So yeah, that's why. If they actually increase the duration to 5 seconds, I would say yeah, Risley is better. But on the other hand, yeah, I don't see the benefits of Risley as a kid.
I
If you
I
want to put him as a rework, yeah, you can do
I
that.
think I don't think I would mind at all.
Okay, there you go.
Do you want to actually? Do you want to move Eula down to rework as well? Because we could just turn Eula into an Ayaka with better like cryo application.
How?
Just make her skill like infuse her weapon.
Oh, okay. So the main motto of Eula is to give physical damage. She was never meant to be a cryo DPS, to be honest. Yeah, I have seen many players saying that why didn't they just infuse her weapon with cryo like Diluc ultimate. But it was like meant to be like a physical DPS. She was meant to be a physical DPS. And there's like since there's no other physical DPS in the game right now, as far as I know, I think yeah, she's like she doesn't need any rework.
Actually, Fremne is a physical DPS. I mean, even though he's a 4-star character, he's still like more interesting, I would say. And he
When
has
it comes to like when it
less
comes to like
crap.
damage dealing,
Well,
you do
Eula.
you think he do you think he she can compare to him?
I mean, I think it'll be on par. I can't remember, but I I would argue. Okay, how about we make a deal? I'll keep
Mhm.
Ayaka, but we delete Eula.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't know. The thing is, if we delete her, there will be no first or physical character.
We don't need one. I'll be honest.
Okay, you know what? If that's the point, then I cannot argue with that. You can do that.
I'm
I
sorry,
guess
Eula. She's been demoted.
you can do that.
Yoimiya.
Okay, after Arlecchino, I don't really see a benefit of Yoimiya. No.
But she's
She is a
still.
unique character. She is a unique character. Plus, she is a bow catcher, which can actually be like a long range pyro DPS. But after Eula, I don't really see any good benefit for pulling for Yoimiya at this point.
And also, we have to talk about Linny, who's also a pyro bow user.
But he has like pretty crazy damage.
I was
He
gonna
has some
make.
pretty
No, I think
yes
we're gonna
yes.
keep Linny.
I don't think there's need to be any kind of argument here.
I was gonna
Like
say because
his first shot attack is like does like 70k damage, and then you can use your E skill to give another 100k damage, which is crazy. There's like no not even comparable when it comes to like Yoimiya. Like her Yoimiya per normal attack, if you after using like the skill, she gives like 20k, 30k, and if you use vaporize or melt, it goes like maybe 60k. Yeah, Lene does that without any kind of reaction.
oh,
So like they literally like benched the Yoimiya. They literally benched it. There's
wow.
no freaking use of her now.
I was gonna say like I think Yoimiya is like so iconic in the game that I
She is iconic. Like her design are still like really unique. You can never see her design like any other character. You can look at your some other character. Let's say you look at Furina and then you look at Newlet. Their design are kind of similar. You see that? You see the
yeah.
similarity, right? But if you look at Yoimiya and if you look at any other character, you can never compare her with anyone. Because her design is very unique. And I love that design actually. especially those bell behind her back, which is really cute.
And also her
But
personality as well. And she's been in so many
yes,
event quests.
she's like energetic. She's so cheerful. Yeah,
But I think
but we're talking about the meta, so yeah.
I was gonna say like maybe we can forget the meta sometimes and just say we can rework them, but
Maybe we can make another list for design.
for design. Well,
Yeah.
this is just the hypothetical scenario. Okay, we need to delete half the characters. Hoyoverse
Yes.
announced that half the characters are being deleted. Let's try to keep the good ones.
Yes.
Kokomi is an interesting one. I think
Hmm.
she's a keep, to be honest. She does enough interesting things as a hydro healer.
Okay, elaborate.
I mean, the only character she competes with is Farina, and I know like people are gonna say Farina's just a better Kokomi, but Kokomi's a healer. Farina isn't. She's a buffer. I mean, you can use her as a
Um.
healer,
Okay.
but
Okay. 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 Which team you gonna use Kokome in?
one that needs a healer.
One that's need a healer.
Like,
What? Like? Give me example. Give me example.
okay, well, the standard Hyper Bloom team is going to be Raiden, Nahida, and then a Hydra application like Yulan. And if you're going to use Raiden as on field, you can have a Kokomi there. That's really good. Or you need like a Vaporized team and you have like an extra slot. You can put Kokomi there for like a Hu Tao
Oh,
Vaporize.
okay. So, what if I instead of Kokomi, I swap Furina? Of course, Furina doesn't heal. Furina is not gonna heal because, like her, if you're gonna use Furina as a healer, she's not gonna be doing any hydro damage. Yes, I see the point. But what if I use a Hyperbloom team in which we have Furina and Baiju?
Oh, you're right. I'm just
You
thinking
know
though.
the healing. You know the healing of Baiju, right?
Oh yeah.
And plus, if we swap Kokomi with Furina, not only Furina just do the Hydra application, but also a big amount of damage. You have seen her ultimate like E skills does like a really good damage.
My logic though is, what if you can't use Farina with like because the Spiral Abyss has two teams and you can only use one character per team.
Okay, then I would say yeah. Then I would say yeah, Kokomi is the only option.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, hold on. Are you still unsure or because I think it would be a good keep.
Okay, when it comes to that, like, are we talking about healing part or are we only talking about the Hydra application?
Uh, do you need more Hydra application?
Now, if you're talking about Hydra application, right, it comes to Nilu as well.
We're not keeping Neil.
Because so did you had that in mind that no, we're not keeping Nilu?
We're deleting
It's
Neil.
like
We're getting it out of the way.
wow, no argument. Okay, man. Okay,
Oh,
if you're
hold
not
on,
keeping
hold on.
Nilu,
Okay, what's your argument then for Nilu?
Nilu is like creates a new kind of hyperbloom, which is other than normal. The hyperbloom seeds actually blast faster. Plus, it actually gives more damage compared to the normal hyperbloom. So if you're actually not hyperbloom, sorry, the bloom reaction. Yeah, the bloom reaction. I was saying hyperbloom. So if you see the bloom reaction, right? Those seeds that when you do like the reaction between dendro and hydro, there's going to be seed all around the area, and those seeds take their sweet time to blast. Those are the normal bloom seeds. But if you swap the hydro with Nilu hydro, like every time Nilu reacts with dendro, the bloom reaction that creates the seed will bloom faster. Plus, it's give more damage. But since we can actually say that hyper bloom reaction is already better than bloom reaction, yeah, we can delete Nilu.
All right. I was gonna say
Like at this point, I'm pretty sure no one used bloom reaction at this point.
I was gonna say like if you're gonna put Nilu on the team to have a bloom reaction, in that amount of time, you could have put an electric character and hyper bloomed immediately.
Yes, I
Uh,
knew you would say that. That's why I have that in mind.
Kokomi
So
though.
if you're removing if you're removing Nilu, then yes, Kokomi will be a cube.
That's a good point. Hold on, you don't mind? I need a count because I think we're approaching 24. One row is 11, so that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay.
So we don't have
Hmm.
much. Kazuha. There's no argument.
To be
Keep
honest,
him.
like no, it's a thing. There's a thing. It depends on the situation. So Kazuha and Zilonin both are one of the best DPS, not DPS, sorry, support character in the game right now. But they are kind of different. They're kind of different. When it comes to like Kazuha, he's also a crowd controller. Plus, he is like some sort of like damage dealing as well with his anemo thing because of his anemo vision. He gives like a lot of reaction damage. But when it comes to like Zilonin not only gives like a lot of damage, not only do give the buff to the whole team, but also heal because with her ultimate. So they had to have like a really good support, but they're also two different. So I would say Kazuha is a cape.
Wait, do you want to do something really funny?
No, it's a,
What if we deleted Venti and just reworked Kazuha to be the actual Animo Archon?
you know what?
Okay, here's my argument. Like, Animo is like the, element of freedom, and like Venti's meant to embody that, but I think Kazuha embodies that better. Because
I
Kazuha's
think
like
there's
a.
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing that Venti can do and Kazuha cannot do. So yeah, I think you can actually do that.
Oh my
You can just
god.
remove Venti and
Venti
you can just put Kazuha there.
Venti fans are seething.
Yes, guys, I don't know who's this guy. You can attack him all you want. I will just run away, man.
He's not even here. He's an AI.
Yes. Hello, I'm an AI.
Okay, Yai Miko, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like people, if you made her into a non playable character, I don't think people would mind that much.
I think she's a delete.
Yeah.
I will be brutally honest here, because like if you see at like if you look at it at one point, I would say Fischl is a better option. I will be honest with here. Like the thing is, first of all, the attack rate of Fischl Crow, like the Raven, is actually faster than Miko. But people
Right.
might compare it with the damage thing. Like she gives like a lot of damage. But is it enough to make a big impact? I would say Fischl is more what do you call it? Fischl is more, I cannot find a right word to say. If I said the wrong word, it will offend like a lot of fans, which is sorry.
I know.
Uh
Official's just, I guess, the more viable option?
I would say yeah. Plus, when it comes to like Electro application, I would say Fischl is like yeah, good option compared to yeah Miko.
Right. Ito. He's probably gonna be deleted.
Yes, the only thing is the problem is that his ultimate, his energy
It
cost is
always
like
comes to the energy cost.
yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah,
more
it's
just
like there are many
Navi.
characters that got destroyed by the fans just because their energy cost was like too big.
I mean, I would love to keep Ito because I think he's such a Genshin character.
He's such a cool character. Yes, he's a cool character, but
But
it's only the only.
if it's
Huh?
him or Navia, we're keeping Navia.
Yeah, that is true. Because like the main damage that actually comes from Navia Kid is the E skill instead of ultimate.
Um,
Sino is a delete.
Uh, you didn't have to say it.
No, it's like what's give me one good reason why I should keep Sino. His energy cost too big, his damage too low, his what do you call it? His I would say he's cool as a Mahamatra. He's really cool. It's just that his damage and his energy cost is just too bad that I just don't want to keep him.
And also, people are gonna say on field hyper bloom, but you can already do that with Raiden.
Yeah, you have good option other than that, which and you can use Raiden, which actually gives like a big number damage as well with her ultimate, if you want to.
Wanderer.
Okay, this is.
Okay, here's the problem: Chaska as well, because these two characters are gonna compete with each other.
I would say Casca is delayed.
Really?
Yeah.
I okay, I'm a Natlan enjoyer. I would argue all day, but I think because of Chaska, I think you're right. Because Chaska.
We do have the same we do have the same reasoning. The thing is, Casca is actually pretty good, yes, but when it comes to like her kit, the thing is when you count with the six bullets, that six or eight, I don't know how many bullets are there, with her child tag, with her E skill, if you do that, it's like random. One might be applied with hydro and the other might be applied with pyro, and it might not do the reaction, which is a pain in the butt, yes. And plus, if you want to use Xingqiu with him, with her, you cannot do that because that actually counts as child attack, not the normal attack.
Right.
So, not a viable option.
And I feel like we have to keep Wanderer then.
Yes.
Because then we don't have an Animo DPS. And I think he's interesting enough to keep.
Yes.
Navi is a keep as well.
Navi is a keep as well. Yes, because we don't have any. We don't have a Geo DPS.
And Siege Wing's funny. Is there any argument for Siege Wing?
No. Oh, who's that character? I don't know, man. What's that? Unfortunately, I do have that character. I don't know why.
Hold on. You don't mind? I gotta count. This is 11. I'm pretty sure the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We have a problem. We can only keep one. Unless we remove them. I'll be honest, I could probably take back Klee.
You know what? Who I can take back is I can take like 3 characters actually here.
Oh, really?
Because yeah, we can take back Clay from my side, of course. If you see my other option, you will be angry at me. I will also take Rise Licha. Yes. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Don't do it. And I will also take out Mona. Because we already got like support, right? Like when we talk about like support characters, we got Kazuha, we got Freena, and we got Zilonim. So I think her job is already gone, to be honest.
So I'll be honest, I would take away Risley over Mona. Because Mona is just such an interesting character. And even if she's not...
let's remove Risley then.
You convinced me.
Yeah.
That means we have
3. Okay, this character is only used for
burning.
For burning.
I'll be honest. Would you keep her if we reworked her so her ability also works with aggravate as well?
No.
No?
No. I think she's a delayed.
Ah, that's a shame because I like that character. I would love to pull her
I
eventually.
love this character as well. I do love this character as well, and I do not want to like delete her, to be honest. But like we are out of options, so like we need to be brutally honest here.
Yeah, we have to. Okay, I need to like put in the mindset again of like we're gonna delete half the characters. Let's keep the ones that we want.
Yes,
We're keeping Zalonin.
Zero escape. Yes,
Absolutely.
no one is gonna argue on that. On my life, I'm saying it right now.
I think
Okay.
because we removed two, I think we can put these two in. But before we talk about
Yeah,
them,
these two are
I would
kind
say
of like
both
same.
because they're both like equally interesting. Like this is freeze, this one is smelt.
Yeah, and not only melt, it's can also like buff the hydro catchers. Like if you do like a freeze team, it can certainly also work with that.
Oh, that's true. Then I don't think people would complain. Is this the final list?
Can you count?
That's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We can keep one more from the unsure. Are you gonna say Eula?
Hmm. No.
No.
Actually, surprisingly, I would say chlorine.
Really?
I know people might think like you putting chlorine over Euler. It's just that like when we talk about like a character, we talk about their role, right?
Right.
And we talk about their role if that means that chlorine is a DPS and Eula is also DPS. But when we compare these two DPS, which one do you think is better?
Chlorine.
See?
Okay. My argument is Jean. I think Jean is still so iconic. And she's still so strong.
So it's like a fight between Sheen and chlorine.
And we also have Kaching. And we also have Raiden. And I love Chlorinde as well. But I would rather have Jean in the game than Chlorinde.
Sheen is like a character which can reduce the resistance of the enemies if we use the VV set. And she can also do like a little bit off-field damage with her ultimate, plus she can heal the characters.
And
So as off-field,
you can use her with Bennett and have a Jean Sunfire.
Sunburst, Sunfire, yeah. Hmm. Since we already have Koching, I think you're not gonna let me put chlorine back there. I guess I'll go with Jean then.
I won. Let's go. Also, by the way, we have like I think how many characters are on the standard banner? I think it's 8.
On the stand banner,
Yeah.
it's Mona, Dilu, Koching, Chi-Chi, yeah, no, it's not, sorry. Yuma Mizuki, Tainari, Diluc, and who else?
Did you say Dea?
Dea. Yeah, these 8 characters.
Then we can because we only have 5 right now, so we can put 3 more. If there's any characters we make arguments for.
You know what? I would absolutely put Albedo in the stand banner.
He should.
He should be in the stand banner. Why is it not in the stand banner?
That's a good question.
Oh my god.
We could also probably
Instead of Yuma Mizuki, they should actually put Albedo in the stand banner, man.
Yeah. Well, hold on. What
Al-
nation are we missing? Are we missing one from Inazuma?
Uh,
We could put Kako. Well, no, because we have Mona.
not sure. Everyone is like, look at the right position now.
Oh, you know who we could put? Ganyu.
Ganyu.
Yeah, in the standard
Oh
banner.
yeah, yeah. You're right.
And we can put one more. Should we put Lenny? I feel like he's
No,
interesting. Oh no.
he will be like too OP for as a standard character banner.
Oh yeah, because constellations.
Yes.
Then who could benefit from constellations? Maybe Tartaglia?
Tartaglia. Maybe. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. So now we have that's 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so we're gonna be keeping if there was a scenario where we need to delete half of the characters. Huh, these 24 characters would be the one we keep.
And also
And
the
the one that we
Archons.
delete, also the Archons. And the one that we delete
Oh yeah, all
is
of
gonna
these.
be these ones.
Unfortunate, but beggars can't be choosers. Speaking
Yes.
of which, hopefully we still have time. We have to do the 4 stars.
Hmm. What's the time right now?
It's
Okay.
9:23.
Yeah, do you think we can do this in like half an hour?
We'll have to be quick, but since there's a lot of bad options, I think we can.
Hmm. Okay, you know what? Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
start.
For the starter characters, I feel like we can change some of them. Like I feel that starter character should be Bennett, official, and then Kaya,
That is true.
which is who we're
Wait, Kaya? I'm not sure.
really.
Kaya is a good character, but as a DPS, I'm not really sure if he's really good.
He's a pretty
When
good.
it comes to like cryo DPS, I would say Chungus is really good as well.
Oh, that's true. Would you rather keep
Because
him
like
over Kaya, or would you rework Kaya to just be better?
if actually like Kaya could like actually do the E skill and then his weapon is infused with cryo damage, I would say yeah, I would take that over Chungus.
Well, Kaya isn't like a crowd DPS. He's a sub DPS. That's why his burst does the thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's like off-field DPS. Yeah.
I would say keep. Unless there's another argument.
Hmm. Wait a minute. What's his energy cost?
I think it should be pretty low.
Oh, it is low. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can keep it. Yep.
Yeah. That does mean we're gonna remove Amber and Lisa.
Amber. Got it.
I don't think there's reason. We're also keeping Shangli. There's no argument.
There's no argument with that.
It is.
She's like an all-rounder, man.
I also want to keep
Okay,
Barbara.
but we already got Cocoon.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so there's like not a single chance we can keep her. It's just that her C6 Ashley can revive a character is a really good thing. But at this point, characters are like really so strong, and the other characters like and the Kokomi healing is actually like so good that she doesn't let any character die. So yeah, there's no argument with that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I would love to
Xingqiu
keep
is a
her.
keep.
We're keeping him.
Xingqiu is a keep. Yeah.
And
Noel, you know what? I would love to keep Noel. It's just that she's like an all-rounder. She can be a shield, she can be a healer, she can be a DPS. It's just that you need to build her really good.
I think you're right. Do we even need to like give her a buff or a rework? I think she's fine the way she is.
I think she's fine the way she is.
Then we should keep Coley.
I don't know. Cola is, I think, delete. She's not like a really good. She is kind of okay if you don't have like any other Dendro applier like Yao Yao. So
We're
yeah, I would say delete.
we
Yeah. deleted.
God, it's gonna kind of hurt because I want to delete Yao Yao. To be honest with you,
What?
I okay if she had better Dendro application, I would say keep, but I don't think there's a good
In
reason to
four
keep
star,
her.
in 4 star, which Dendro catcher would you will you keep?
I would say Coley actually.
Coley. It's isn't that because like her only her ultimate is actually like a really good high Dendro player. On the other hand, if you talk about like anything else, like her E skill, it's just like she gives like shot and then the what do you call that shit? The boomerang boomerang.
Yeah. She also
It
has
comes
her
back to you.
yeah, but she also has her passive, the Dendro ring.
Dendro ring. I don't know about that. Wait a minute.
Do you have Coley? You can check it.
So she has a passive.
I can't
This one?
remember.
If one of your party member has triggered Burning, Quicken, Activate, Spirit, Bloom, Hyperloom, and Virgin reaction, before the Florin ring returns, it will gain the catcher. It will grant the catcher Sprout effect upon returning, which will continuously deal Dendro damage equivalent to 40. Oh! Ah!
You know what? You know what I would do? I would keep
Oh,
Coley.
but it's only for 3 seconds though.
Yeah. What if we reworked it, but made her Dendro ring like last longer?
Yeah.
And it also
Okay, let's
like
go. Let's go with Rigor.
yeah. And we're deleting Yao Yao.
I'm not sure. I would say Yao is a key. As a
Really?
4 star, what do you expect from a character is that she provides like at least she gets like one role. It's either like a healer or either like a sub DPS damage, right? But on the other hand, Yao is also like a really good Dendro player. She's a good Dendro player, and she is a good healer as well.
Okay, wait. Would you rather keep Yao Yao or Kirara?
Kira is an on-field catcher, right? She's an on-field catcher, sub DPS. So delete. I would say
Uh,
delete.
well, if we're gonna delete Kirara, I'll make the argument that yeah, we should keep Yao Yao if we're gonna delete
Yeah.
Kirara.
The thing is, like, Kirara is my one of my favorite character in the game. It's just that you can only use Kirara on as an on-field character. There's like no skill she has that we can be used as a off-field DPS. Like, oh sorry, off-field support. Like if you want to be apply Dendro, you need to be in her box form, and then you need to be collide with every single bosses, like every single enemies. Otherwise, it's not gonna be useful.
The only thing, okay, can we rework? I would only rework Yao Yao with one thing, and that is like don't make her burst like instantly disable when you swap characters.
That is, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
That is
Like increase the duration of her burst. Yes.
well, no, because it just disappears when you swap characters. You have to use Yao Yao. It's so annoying.
Maybe. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Right.
Also, we're keeping Sucrose.
Sucrose is the only savior of F2 players if they don't have Kazuha.
Yeah. Mom, can I have Kazuha? We have Kazuha at home. Kazuha at home.
We have Kazuha at home. That's my favorite chibi character.
Oh,
But yeah, I would say
Lucina?
delete.
No, please. I need her. She's my favorite.
No, that's my favorite. Yeah, she's my favorite chibi character. I love her. I adore her. But still, like it's just that her skills are. I don't see like a really beneficial skill use of her skills.
What if we deleted her and we made like Aurora the guaranteed Nightline character?
Oron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take it.
Yeah. I think he's
Oron is a
interesting
cube. Yes.
enough. And Razor is a delete.
Delete.
Yeah.
It's a delete.
Ningguang is a interesting character. She's the only Geos catalyst.
And really good 4-star DPS if you still use her good.
I know, like, some people say she's really bad, and I thought so, but, like, after so long, I really want to build her because she's so interesting to play.
It's like, it's really weird, like how her staff members are actually 5-star, but she, as a boss, a 4-star. What are you thinking, Genshin? What the hell? I think Ningguang is a cape.
For sure. And Beidou is. Like
Beidou is now. If I talk about it, I think Beidou is iconic character. The only character that can actually do like a kind of like a parry system, like when you hit her, she's gonna hit you back harder, which is like really unique. Like she was the only character that came with this thing in the starting.
And you can...
And I have seen like many players, they are still Beidou main because they do love her like so much.
And she's also a good support or sub DPS as well, because of
Yeah.
that. I think you're
Yes,
right.
her ultimate is a really good thing. Yeah.
Changyun.
I actually personally never used him, but I think if you don't have like as a F2 player, maybe you're like a new player or something. Chungus might be like a.
Would you rather use him over Kaya? That's the thing.
Oh my god. You know what? I can actually remove Chungus if you actually keep Rosaria.
We're keeping Rosaria. She is interesting enough to be like
Yes.
in the game.
Yes,
And
that's
we're
good.
deleting Diona.
Yeah, we can delete Diana because we have like Lila, right?
Yeah.
She can take care of that.
I can't remember her name.
Oh yeah, we can delete that. Yeah.
Yanfei.
Yanfei.
I want to say
I think Yanfei is the only. I think Yanfei is the only Catalyst Pyrocatcher in 4-star.
Well, Klee is as well, but we're deleting her, so.
Yeah, we need to keep her.
Yeah, I think
she can be like a really good DPS as a 4-star if we use her with Xingqiu. So I would say yeah, we should keep her.
Sayu is interesting.
We have Jean. No.
Nah.
We have Jean.
Thama as well is interesting, but I don't know if he's interesting.
We can remove him. We can remove it.
And Sara, we already have Aura.
Sara is a keep. No, Sara is a keep. The thing is, for electro character, if we have like if you're using like a mono electro DPS characters like Raiden or maybe Versa, C6 Sara can actually provide 60% crit damage to all the electro characters, which is like a really good buff.
Ooh.
What are your reasons to delete her?
I'm just thinking about like how many characters we can actually keep because we can only keep 23. And as much as I want to keep Sara as well for the reason you listed,
let's put it on unsure for now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Heizo is again interesting, but
interesting.
Not interesting enough to keep, I don't think.
Yeah.
Cookie's a keep.
Cookie's a keep. Otherwise, no hyperbloom reaction will take place.
And we don't need to keep her.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the only benefit we has from her is that Yunshin only talent is that she can increase the speed of the normal attacks for your on-field character, which is not really that great impact, I would say. It is good, but not like interesting enough, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can delete her.
Goru. Is it another
Same as Sara? Same as Sara? Because like as a Sara, he can provide. I think he can provide 60% crit damage to Geo characters.
And that's really good for like
Wait, let me
Geo
check.
DPS.
Yes, he can provide like crit damage, like a lot of crit damage. Maximum also 40% crit damage, based on some of the situations. So yeah, he's like same as Star. So let's keep it for unsure.
All right,
That's a delete.
you've 100%. Candace,
Candice,
do we need to?
it's
Keep her?
actually like unique, but it's so weird to use her.
I would say keep. If we delete her C6, it just make that like a normal thing she has. Because her C6
Hmm.
is so good. It's like, it's on par with like Sing Show and just Hydra application.
Hmm. No, okay, so rework? I can go with rework.
Yeah, especially since there's only 3 Hydro 4 stars.
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
And
Got
we're
it.
already deleting Barbara. We're also, I think it's a good thing we should keep Faran's.
Because like she's the only support character for animal characters.
Yeah, and also Bo Animo is so good.
Yeah,
And
we
Layla.
keeping Lala. Her shield is actually good,
I mean, if we're deleting
and
Hydra,
plus
that's
her ultimate. Yeah, and plus her ultimate is actually like a really good crab application.
and I would say we can keep Mika since we're deleting Chi Chi.
What's the
Unless
benefit?
I think it's the same thing as Chi Chi's burst. Like he heals when you attack characters. Like he
Uh
heals
huh.
the team.
And what else?
Cryo application.
Do you really think? No, the crab application is not even that good.
Uh,
It's not like a continuous crab application. It's just like one burst and that's it.
I think you're right. I think he's a
Delete.
delete.
I think it did.
Kave.
You know,
Probably.
Kawe is only one character, which has like kind of like similar abilities to Nilu, which is like he can bloom. If his attached touch the bloom seed, they can blast faster. But I don't see any point in that.
Well, if
At the
we,
same time, we have hyper bloom. Why do we need that?
it's the same thing. And also, if we deleted Nilu, there's no point in Kave existing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. And we're keeping Fremine because we deleted Eula.
yeah.
Lynette is, I think, interesting enough to keep.
Don't forget, she can actually give attack to the current, like the on-field character.
And her burst is so good. It's like
Yes,
3 character skills at once.
yes.
I think she's an easy keep.
Count characters. How many do we have? 11,
12.
17, 20. We have 20. So we can only take 3 now.
Oh no, I think we have to delete some because all of these characters are really good, except Sethos. Unless we have an
Sethos is
argument.
a delete. It's a delete.
All of these characters.
Because we have Sucrose already, I think we can delete the black hair girl.
What? Lanyan?
Lanya? Yeah.
Okay, she's
You have
really,
any argument?
she's really good. But have we used
Uh,
her when we pulled her?
So like, what's the when it compared to Sucrose? What's the benefit?
She has a shield which is really strong at C2 because it regenerates. And because
That's a
it's
shield.
animo and it like absorbs the elements, it can like absorb really good damage. But I don't.
You know, if we put this girl on the keep, we either need to delete Lennett or Sucrose.
I would opt to delete her actually. I don't think she's interesting enough to keep.
Lanian, right?
Yeah.
Yes. There
If
you
she,
go.
you know what? If she had a different burst, I would say keep. But because
Yes.
she's a DP
If she
burst,
had a different, yeah.
we're also. I think Gaming's just so unique. We can keep him.
We can keep you. Yeah, I think he's like one of the good DPS in 4-star.
Yeah. Hold on. How many do we have? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
11,
16, 17, 18. 21, so we can keep two
21.
more. Do you just want to delete Candace so we can have, like, another one?
I can only see like two characters which are good to keep from those four.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, which two?
Okay, you know what? No, I will not say it. Like
No.
we will go one by one.
Okay, Charlotte. I think she's a keep.
Wh- Why?
She has the best cryo application of any 4-star. It's
Only with her boss though.
no, her skill does really good as well.
Her skill is like a camera, right? So like she can do it like one time and then at the cooldown. Uh, like when we talk about like a character, right? Like as a support card, or maybe as a element of player, right? We talk about them as an off-field character. So do you really think, other than her ultimate, she is good?
I think she's good enough to keep, even if we have Rosario.
I don't know. I feel like
We could put
all.
Unsure for
Yeah, we can put
now.
on.
We should keep Shivers,
She's the only character that can buff the overload team.
and that's really good. Eon Sun. Okay, here's my argument for Eon Sun. Having two Bennetts in the game is so good because of Spiral Abyss.
Yes. Yes, there's no way we can actually delete Yansan, though.
And Aoife.
I would say delete.
I want to keep, but is he interesting enough?
I do want to keep him. Like, the thing is, he is actually pretty good. And I like his character as well. It's just that we are being brutally honest here. We need to delete like half of the game
Wait, hold
characters.
on. I think we can. Pull on. That's 11, and that's 9, I counted. So that's 20. We can probably keep him, but is there anyone else from this list that we can keep as well? Because I would argue, like, if you want to delete, I would argue Charlotte. I think you convinced me. But from these three characters, which one would you keep?
11, 9, which is 20, 22. Can only put one. When it comes to Geocatcher, Goro is only useful for Ito, but we already removed Ito. So we can delete Goro.
Ah,
But when it comes to Electrocatcher, if we're talking about like mono Electrocatcher damage, we have Lady Sugar, we have Versa, we have Chlorine, we have Kuching,
yeah.
we have a lot of catcher. So we do need a good support for Electrocatcher, which is going to be Sarah.
I think you've convinced me. And that
And
does.
Aoife, sorry.
Nah. That's unfortunate. But yeah, these are the final results. I can zoom out. Hold on.
It can be controversial, but
Well, again,
it's
this is not something we think we should happen like tomorrow, for instance.
yes.
Unless Hoyoverse watches this video and says, "Oh, this is a good idea."
However, stay away from my videos.
Please, you have to keep these characters. But yeah, this is the
Oh my
final
God.
choice. If you have any disagreements, let us know in the comments because we're really interested to see your opinion. And
Yeah, it's like everyone has their own opinion. So we would love to see what kind of thinking you have and which cat we should keep instead of like we are the one who's keeping and which one you want to keep. Like, for example, you might want to put T-Luke back and you want to remove Wuta. Yes, that's your thing. We would love to see your comments.
And I know Zynox. You know that Zhao main? He's gonna be crying, knowing that I
Um,
delete him.
um, No comments. Please don't go against my ass.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and go to Ryoko's channel. I'll link it down in the description. He's a really good
Thank
guy.
you.
And if you hated this video, too bad. You cannot. The dislike button has been removed, and we will delete all comments.
Just like we remove the negativity from every single life.
Exactly. So thanks for watching. Also, I need to clarify, this is not my original idea. This was taken by Great Blue, who did this with TF2. I'm gonna put that in the intro anyway, but if you want to do this video your own, feel free to do it. I think that's it. Unless there's something else.
Yay! Eh, I'm so close to reach 1 million subscriber, guys. Yes, you can come and subscribe to my channel
Yeah, he's
and be the OG member. I'm
want
just
to be
like
remembered forever. Subscribe to his channel
yes.
and subscribe to mine. I don't make content, but you should still do it anyway.
You should do it anyway. It's free. Why not?
It's just one click of a button. If you don't do it, you're lazy.
Yes, you're lazy.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.